Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your weekly access to badminton action and beyond. This week, we're in the land of smiles as we catch up with Thailand's leading lady, Ratchanok Intanon. And we speak to France's top mixed doubles pair, Ronan Labar and Emilie Lefel, about their budding partnership.
It's gone wide! The 18-year-old from Thailand, the youngest ever world champion, the first ever world champion from Thailand. What a moment!
That was the moment Ratchanok Intanon became a household name. The moment Thailand had a world champion. The moment the Thai shuttler made history in Guangzhou 3 years ago.
ตอนนั้นร้องไห้ค่ะร้องไห้แบบคือความคิดมัน
At that time, I was crying, not because I became a world champion, but because after all the hard training I've gone through, after all the sacrifices my family had made for me, my dream had come true. And that I didn't let my supporters down. Not only the Chinese supporters that was there, but also the Thai people that came to the stadium to support me. I proved to all the Chinese that even though I was only 18, I was a fighter, and my will to win was strong.
With the likes of double world champion Carolina Marin, world number 2 Saina Nehwal, and recent Dubai World Superseries finals winner Nozomi Okuhara, the women's singles discipline has witnessed a power shift in recent times. No longer are the Chinese players enjoying supremacy in a field they've dominated with 4 consecutive Olympic golds and 8 world titles since the turn of the millennium. Ratchanok was the first player to crack that dominance in 2013 when she was crowned world champion.
กีฬาหญิงเดี่ยวจีนค่ะตอนนี้
Now, in women's singles, the Chinese players, unlike before, where they always win tournaments and are ranked first or second all the time. Now, they can even lose in the first round of competitions. Countries such as Japan, India, Korea, they all have rising stars and good high-level players. We can beat the Chinese players now. It's a very competitive scene, so the positions in the top 10 of the world rankings are changing all the time.
ในท็อป 10 ก็ค่อนข้างที่จะแบบสูสีกันตลอดอะค่ะ
2016 promises to be badminton's biggest year, and Badminton Unlimited caught up with Ratchanok in Bangkok recently to find out how the Thai sensation is gearing up for the Olympics in Rio.
ก็สำหรับรายการโอลิมปิกค่ะเป็นรายการที่หนู
The Olympics is a big tournament. It is my biggest dream to play at the Olympics, and it's also my dream to win a medal at the tournament. It is everyone's dream to go to the Olympics because it only happens every 4 years, and everyone watches you and wants to know who will be the champion.
หนูเองหนูก็อยากจะคว้าเหรียญให้ได้ค่ะ
Rio will be the Thai's second appearance at the Olympics, and she hopes it'll be a better experience than London 2012. Ratchanok reached the last 8 4 years ago, and the then 17-year-old was one up and leading 16-9 in the second against Wang Xin of China, before she lost control of the game and failed to close the match, a defeat that still riles her.
สำหรับการ
Ever since I started playing badminton, the tournament that I've had the worst experience was the last Olympics. I felt awful after losing because I was in the quarterfinals and was leading the game. I should have won. After I lost, there were media and news reporters from Thailand. When they came to interview me, I broke down crying.
ก็แบบร้องไห้เลยค่ะ
Since then, Ratchanok has developed into one of the elites of the sport. Consistently ranked in the top 10, the Thai shuttler believes she has a shot at a medal in Rio.
ในปีนี้อะค่ะในโอลิมปิกเกม
For the upcoming Olympics, I think I have the potential to win a medal. Even though this is going to be very hard, because every athlete also has a chance to win a medal. But I think I'm in a good position for a medal. What I need to do is to stay injury-free, train hard, and to keep my confidence high. If I can stay positive and have the belief that I can win, I believe I will win.
When the world number 4 puts her mind to something, she can be a tough opponent to beat. Ask Li Xiaoyu at last year's Badminton Asia Championships. A game down and trailing in the second, the Thai fought off 2 match points and battled back to capture the Asia crown, a first for Thailand and Ratchanok.
ตอนนั้นพอหลังจากประมาณ20-18
She won the first game and was leading the second 2018. One more point and she'll be the champion. At that point, I saw some staff starting to prepare for the medal ceremony. I thought, the match is not over yet. What's the rush? I told myself, it's not over. The match is not over. I won the second game to level. In the third, my strategy was to drain her energy as I saw she was beginning to tire. So I kept the rallies long and I hit harder and kept my unforced errors low. It worked and I became the champion.
If anything, the 21-year-old's resilience and gritty determination are what makes her a serious contender for a medal in Rio. The Thai signaled her intent in her first tournament of 2016, the Princess Srivanavari Thailand Masters. Against a charged-up Sun Yu of China in the final, Ratchanok clawed back from 6-1 down in the decider to claim her first title of the year.
Both your mental strength and your willpower need to work together. Both of them are so important, as your physical fitness, skills, and tactics can only take you so far. If your will is strong and you don't give up, your mental toughness will push you through.
With her steely determination and hunger for success, Ratchanok Intanon is one of the stars in women's singles to watch out for in 2016. If she can step onto the podium in Rio, it'll be another first for the shuttler and Thailand.
I 我最中意嘅電影係復仇者聯盟。
我最中意嘅電影係Sleepless in Seattle。
我最中意嘅歌手係張學友。
我最中意嘅歌手係梅艷芳同謝霆鋒。我最中意度假勝地係馬爾代夫咯，因為好靚同埋好舒服。
我最中意度假勝地係法國有某一個島，雖然唔知佢咩名，但係我睇相覺得佢好靚，所以我好中意，我好想去。
我最崇拜嘅體育人物係Michael Jordan， 因為佢好清晰自己做乜，同埋佢創造咗好多，佢承受嘅壓力好勁咯。
我最崇拜嘅體育人係 Labar and Lefel， 因為佢好 enjoy 佢每一場比賽，我睇佢每一場比賽我都覺得好開心。
It's time to test your badminton knowledge. We want you to name the BWF tournament that offers the biggest prize money. We give you the answer after the break. When we return, we head to the island nation of Singapore, where we meet Olympic hopeful Liang Xiaoyu. Before the break, we asked you to name the BWF tournament that offers the biggest prize money. The answer is the Dubai World Superseries Finals. The year-end showpiece in the United Arab Emirates offers the highest prize purse of a cool $1 million. It's one of the highlights on the badminton calendar, which players and fans look forward to since its inception in 2014. Only the best of the best from the MetLife BWF World Superseries circuit compete in the glamorous desert city. It's a fitting season-ending tournament with the year's outstanding shuttlers battling for the final crown on offer. If Singapore were looking for a new face in women's singles, they needn't look any further than Liang Xiaoyu. The 20-year-old's exploits at the semi-final of last year's SCG Thailand Open in Bangkok threw her into the spotlight. This after she broke the local fans' hearts. Ranked 120 in the world at that time, Liang bounced back from a game down to beat home favourite Ratchanok Intanon. The Singaporean's gritty determination has made her the next big hope for the island nation.
就是跟 Ratchanok 打的时候，其实我之前在团体赛有。
I have played against Ratchanok before in a team event and also in last year's SEA Games. I lost to her in both tournaments. Before the game, I did not have the confidence to beat her. I thought it would be difficult, but I was also not afraid of her. I walked onto the court without any fear. I just wanted to play my game and give my best.
Originally born in China, the soft-spoken youngster moved to Singapore with her family when she was 10 years old. With her father as a badminton coach, it was perhaps natural that she took an interest in the sport from a young age. The interest soon became a passion.
在小的时候。
My father introduced me to the sport when I was very young. I was only playing for fun. There was no plan to play badminton as a career. But he told me that if I really wanted to show significant results in badminton, I had to train seriously. I cannot just play for fun every day.
Besides making headway in the local circuit, the right-hander was also breaking into the international scene. Liang ended her 2013 and 2014 World Junior Championship campaigns amongst the top 8 in the women's singles and took bronze at the 2014 Badminton Asia Youth Under-19 Championships. At the same time, she was also learning the ropes in the senior circuit. However, rigorous traveling and competitions took a toll on her. Liang struggled to juggle badminton and school, and her performances on court suffered. A decision had to be made.
其实这个是一个挺困难的决定啊，因为
Actually, that was a difficult decision, especially when studies are very important in Singapore. In the end, my father advised me to choose one or the other and try to excel in it. If I want to continue with my studies, I could do that later. It took us a long time to consider, and finally, we decided that I should focus on badminton now because these few years are the most crucial of my career.
这几年可能是我最关键的时候。
Liang's game began to pick up. The improvement that she experienced on court gave the then 19-year-old the assurance that she had made the right choice. At last year's Thailand Open, Liang claimed the biggest scalp in her young career. In the semis, she defeated her badminton idol, former world champion Ratchanok Intanon. In the final, nerves and self-imposed pressure crippled her hopes of winning her first senior title. The teenager lost in straight games to Korea's Sung Ji-hyun. Despite the defeat, the experience had certainly given Liang a much-needed lift in confidence. A month later, the Singaporean clinched her first senior title at the Maybank Malaysia International Challenge Badminton Championships. Winning titles are the ultimate goal of any athlete, but for Liang, the journey en route to the final is just as valuable.
你打到决赛，然后你
If you have made it to the final, you would have played at least 5 matches. That means you have met 5 different opponents who have had different playing styles and tactics. So you will get to learn and experience many new things from just one tournament.
会吸收到很多东西啊。
With the Rio Olympics taking place in August, Liang is on course to represent her adopted country, qualifying in 22nd place currently. Something she is not taking for granted, but certainly looking forward to.
知道进了这个奥运的那个。
If I really qualify for Rio, I will be very happy and very excited because I never thought that I could make it, even though I really want to play in the Olympics. The feeling of happiness will be beyond what I can imagine.
超过了，就是自己可以想象的。
At 20 years of age, Liang has a promising future under the Singapore flag. She had chosen her path and has her goals planned out.
在下面几年，我希望
For the next few years, I hope that the standard of my game will be higher and my performance on court will be more stable and consistent. I also hope to win another international tournament like the Thailand Open. I also want to play in the World Championships and achieve a good result at the Worlds.
希望在世锦赛可以取得好的成绩。
Having tasted the limelight, Liang Xiaoyu is hungry for greater success. Talented and determined, she looks set to take Singapore badminton to higher heights. After the break, we head to Paris, France to find out more about the nation's top mixed doubles pair, Ronan Labar and Emilie Lefel. Players have been on a mission since last May to collect as many points as they can to earn the right to compete in sport's biggest spectacle. In this week's Race to Rio, we take a quick look at women's doubles, where only 16 pairs will make it to Brazil. Nitya Krishinda Maheswari and Gracia Poli from Indonesia currently lead the qualification list, with Danes Camilla Rittoyul and Christina Pedersen sitting in second. After ending 2015 with the Dubai World Superseries finals crown, China's Law Twins are third, while Japan's top women's duo, Misaki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi, are a close fourth. Korea looks good, as they currently have Jung Kyung-yoon and Shin Sung-chan, as well as Chang Ye-na and Lee So-hee lining up in 5th and 6th respectively. In doubles, a maximum of 2 pairs from each National Olympic Committee are allowed only if both are in the top 8 of the world rankings come this May. Therefore, reigning Olympic champions Tianqing and Zhao Yunlei will have done enough to qualify as their nation's second pair on current standings. The Stoeva sisters from Bulgaria are also set to join them in 9th, while India's Jwala Gutta and Ashwini Ponnappa currently occupy the number 10 spot. Southeast Asian countries Malaysia and Thailand will have their presence in Rio, with their pairs coming in at 12th and 13th. With the rules stating that at least 1 pair from each of the 5 BWF continental confederations be represented and at least ranked in the top 50, the last 3 spots in this list will go to the highest ranked players from Pan Am, Oceania and Africa. The face of European badminton has been that of Spanish ace Carolina Marin the last few years. But while the double world champion spearheads her continent's challenge at the elite level, there are others hoping to bolster Europe's presence. France's Ronan Labar and Emilie Lefel are 2 of those. After a successful end to their 2015 campaign, the world number 25 mixed duo are keen to push on for a coveted place on badminton's biggest sporting stage.
I think that from September to December we had quite good results, actually, that make us having really good chance to qualify for Rio, for the Olympics. We still have some regrets because we lost 3 finals in Guatemala, Scotland and Welsh International. But we also had our first victory in Grand Prix in the Dutch Open together, so it's really good memories.
Our cameras were in Paris, France recently to find out what makes the country's top mixed pair tick. Labar and Lefel were hard at training at INSEP, the centre of excellence for the country's elite athletes, when they shared with us their early foray into badminton.
I like racket sports, and my brother starts by badminton, and I want to do the same sport, so I start badminton like this.
I played a lot of different sports when I was young, tennis, rugby, swimming, but then maybe badminton was the one I had the best results. Straight when I start to win like some city tournament and area tournament, so I just keep that way because I felt good winning.
Both were soon competing at their respective local clubs before eventually impressing the national team selectors in 2012. Starting out with different partners and with mixed results, the coaches decided to try the Labar and Lefel combo a year later, and they haven't looked back since. The Swiss International 2014 was their maiden title together, and they finished off that season with another top-of-the-podium finish in Italy. Last year was their most successful campaign yet. The French connection bagged another 2 titles and finished runners-up on 3 occasions. Labar credits the constant communication between them as the key to their success.
We have a good relationship, so we can speak together a lot and say what worked, what didn't work. So it's a really important thing that you can really say what you mean to your partner. So that's one of the best things. And then yeah, she's really aggressive at the net, going to win the points, to kill the shuttle. So that's also really important for a mixed female player.
The appointment of Danish legend Peter Gader in May as performance director was also instrumental as the pair found some consistency.
When they arrived, they put everybody back on track. So everybody was motivated again to push the other harder, to practice more, to be more focused in the practice. And that's something we needed, especially because we knew that we were capable of, but we were not stable enough, as we said before, so having more focus in the practice was a really important thing.
Building on their Yonex Dutch Open win has proved difficult though. The pair's outings on the World Superseries circuit have seen them bundled out in the first rounds.
I think in Super Series it's very more difficult for us. I think every round is very difficult. Sometimes we have a good draw, but it's not enough. We need to play very good every time, every matches.
And with Rio Olympics on every shuttler's mind this year, Labar and Lefel's ambitions for the season ahead are no different.
I think we will try to go more into Grand Prix Gold and Super Series to try to reach really good points. And we also have the European Championship in France as the last competition.
We played very good last month, and we need to be focused like this for the next month also. And don't be regret how matches or how tournament, because we try, and if we can, we do it.
As Europe continues to make big strides at the top of the sport, Ronan Labar and Emilie Lefel will be amongst those aiding the cause. Get connected with us. Log on to these websites for videos and photos and get the latest news and information on all things badminton. Missed an episode of Badminton Unlimited? We have all episodes available at your convenience on our YouTube channel, badmintonworld.tv. There are also tournament highlights and past matches to savor. All the best badminton clips are just a click away. Before we go, let's see how the international circuit looks like as we check out the Badminton Unlimited calendar. Next week on Badminton Unlimited, we spend some time with India's HS Pranoy as he tells us about his struggles in returning to his best. See you next week.